Howdy, guys. Tammy and I are going to go to Put-in-Bay on South Bass Island in Ohio. And this is the ferry. You can see it coming in over there. So we're going to take the ferry over and we're going to leave our dually truck here on the mainland. So we're getting ready to board the ferry and we go about 20 minutes. Ferry takes you over to South Bass Island and Put-in-Bay. So we'll reconnect with you there. We're looking forward to this.
Beautiful day.
There's the ferry where you can take vehicles across to the island, but they advise you not to because it's very tight, not a lot of parking. So sorry for the bouncing around, but you can see the ferry coming in, the Miller boat line. And we've rented a golf cart to get around on the island. And we're staying at Ashley's bed and breakfast on the island. So we're really looking forward to this trip. So we'll reconnect with you just in a little bit. The name of the ferry is Mary Ann Marquette. So pretty cool. We'll connect you here with you in just a little bit once we get aboard the ferry. We got to get the vehicles on and then the pedestrian traffic and golf carts. So we'll get on here in a little bit. Okay, we're aboard the ferry now, and it's just pulling out. A lot of little islands here. This is Lake Erie, of the Great Lakes. So we're headed actually over there. That's South Bass Island over there. So, this is the car ferry as well. Over there's where the ferry pulls in. It's going to be a great day, weather-wise anyway. See the monument way over there in the distance, of Perry's monument. It's right about there. And we're going to be taking that in as one of our sightseeing places. So, pretty neat trip today. Sorry about the wind noise, but that's from the ferry. We'll get there in a little bit. Hi guys! We're having fun! Yeah, the wind's blowing pretty good. Stay tuned, we're gonna have some fun. Bye!
you.
This is Ashley's house, bed and breakfast, where Tammy and I'm staying here at Put-in-Bay. It's a really, really nice bed and breakfast. The house was built when Abraham Lincoln was still alive, 1862, 1863. So just a really, really nice place. We also rented a golf cart from this place. It's a really, really good B&B. Okay, we got in a room. We're at Ashley's house, bed and breakfast, and we're in the first mate's room. So, really nice room, really nice accommodations. So, we're getting ready to, we just changed clothes, put some cool clothes on because it's gonna get hot out. And we're gonna head out and see the sights. So, we got a golf cart. That guy's name was Dave, I think he said. So anyway, we're getting ready to go. You gotta love this room. Look here, guys, we're at the Heineman Winery. See, you can see the big chair there. They got a gift shop and winery and everything here. So we're gonna go in and check it out. I gotta sit in the chair first. Here, Mom.
There he is.
Hello. This is the wine garden at the Heineman Winery. And there's lots of picnic tables and places to sit. And they got tours here of the Crystal Cave. Tim and I got a little glass of wine. And I got a couple of souvenirs. But it's a really, really nice place here. So again, this is the Heineman Winery, which is part of my family name. I was named after Emil Benjamin Heineman. My name is Emil Stephen Cass. So, my great-great-grandfather was Emil Benjamin Heineman. My grandmother was Edna Heineman. So, I thought we'd stop by and check it out, and it's really, really nice. Anyway. So this is the winery. They've got a nice little bar in here where you can buy stuff, bottles of wine, all kinds of different things. So it's really, really nice. You can see their gift shop here at the Heineman Winery. Bought a couple of things at the winery. You gotta look at the ceiling, how they've got it textured nail tin panels. Really, really nice place. Quite impressed with it. So we wanted to just stop in and buy a couple of things, have some wine, and we'll order some wine online and have it shipped. That way we don't have to carry wine bottles back on the ferry. But it was a nice visit to a family in my history.
Touring Put-in-Bay in the golf cart.
We're headed down towards the boardwalk and the main shopping area. Lots of little shops, bars, put your boat in. Nice park on the right. We're headed down, I think, this direction towards Perry's Monument.
I think your turn signal's still on. B&B was telling us they're going to close Perry's Monument sometime here real soon for reconstruction. They didn't know how long it was going to be closed. We're at the base of Perry's Monument here at South Bass Island. And you can go up inside of it, although I don't think Mom and I want to do that. I mean, because it's huge. So, but we thought we could at least walk up here and see some information panels. But you can really spot it from a long way off, and there should be some really nice scenic views up here. So, of Lake Erie, put in the bay. The admission for the monument is $10 for adults. But like I said, I don't think Mom and I want to go up in it. But Perry's Victory and International Peace Monument. And you can pause the video so you can read up on it. A couple of kayakers out there, but this is the northern part or point of Put-in Bay, South Bass Island, and that's Lake Erie out there, and lots of different little islands around out here. And you can see some of the houses that are out here on the point of the bay. It's a really, really nice place out here. And we're here on the 16th of September on a Monday. So it's really quiet after really the tourist season, so there's not that many people here, which is good. Weekends can be really, really busy and hectic. So it's pretty quiet today. We're here at the lighthouse on the southern tip of South Bass Island, Put-in Bay.
And this was the second lighthouse that they built. And you can see the information panel here. And like, always you can pause the video so that you can read that. And you can see the house and the barn and the years that they were built. The original lighthouse over on the other island burned. And they really couldn't get to it. It was winter time and it was so cold they couldn't get over there to it. And the family that was living over there on the other island, which I'll show you here in just a minute, where the original lighthouse was, they had to endure the cold night until the rescuers could get to them the next day, and the lake was frozen over. But this was the second lighthouse that was built, and families lived here. And of course, there's the tower that they use now. And it was the original lighthouse after it burned was abandoned, and then they built this other one here on South Bass Island, and I can't remember what the name of that island is over there, but I'll have to look it up again. Here's another info panel for the light keepers. And I'll show you the lighthouse here in just a minute, but over there, you see that island over there is where the original lighthouse was actually built. And there's ruins still over there where the original lighthouse was, but they never rebuilt it. Now this is according to what I read. But the original lighthouse was over there on that island. And after it burned, they moved the lighthouse over here to the South Bass Island because there was more infrastructure here. It's pretty isolated out there on that island. As you can see, up there is the lighthouse that's attached to the living quarters, if you will. Of course, it's no longer used. But a lot of these lighthouses are in such disrepair around the country, the Great Lakes and around the oceans, that a lot of them have just been torn down. But now it's either owned by the Ohio State University or the National Park Service. And there's tours of these lighthouses, but it's not frequently, so you kind of gotta time it right to get a tour of the lighthouse inside. But I'll try to give you. Okay, there's the lighthouse. Pretty cool. Okay, here's a kind of a map of we're here, South Bass Island, and then Rattlesnake Island. That's the name of it. It's out there. That's where the original lighthouse was built. And then here's Middle Bass and North Bass Island. Of course, here is where we caught the ferry down here on the mainland. And then there's Kelly's Island. So you can see kind of the geographic area. And just here at the northern tip of Put-in-Bay, or South Bass Island, is Canada. Up in here is Canada. Now here's some information on this lighthouse that you can read there. Lake Erie South Passage. And this is actually maintenance and owned by Ohio State University. But you can see out there, way off in the distance, is a nuclear power plant. But that's Rattlesnake Island out there. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of boats coming around, and of course you can see over there the north part of South Bass Island. But this is the old original lighthouse. I think it's pretty cool myself. But again, I think they only have tours every once in a while, and of course they're not doing it right now. So. Oh, yeah.
I think it's just cormorants like we see down in Galveston. The black ones we see.
Even close to the water, they're kind of. Oh, they're getting closer.
Yeah.
Looks like the ducks. Now here, you know, this is freshwater, Lake Erie. Now when we're down in Galveston, you know, in Texas on the Gulf Coast, of course that's seawater, right? And you're used to seeing pelicans and all that kind of stuff. Gulls. You don't see that much up here. It's a little different. You know, you feel you're around an ocean or a lake, but just it's different. I guess is the only way you can put it. But out here they say you can really see the sunsets at night. Are really beautiful out here. So I don't know if we'll make it out here tonight, but and as far as you can see is water. You know, it's like an ocean. Of course, the Great Lakes are the biggest freshwater lakes, I think, in the world. If not, they're close to it. But some really pretty scenery out here. Ohio Sea Grant and Stone Laboratory. But you can see here the history of the lighthouse, how it was built. I wonder how many stairs there are going up to that thing. A lot. Queen Anne style lighthouse is what the panel says. Pretty cool. There's some construction going on, but this is part of Put-in-Bay State Park. So that area over there is a state park, and there's a beach here, and the Put-in-Bay sign. Looks like a really nice place. There is a campground here, and I've seen one or two smaller campers, trailers, that we've passed. But and there's a dock here to put your boat in. It's a nice little, looks like a nice state park. Tammy and I are sitting here at South Bass Island State Park on the south end of the island, southwestern end of the island, I guess you'd say. Going to watch the sunset. This is a boat dock here behind us. Up in here is the campground. See, there's lots of campers up in here. And there's cabins you can rent. But some pretty good cliffs over there. Some huge drop-offs. And there is a little beach right down here, but it's not sand, it's rock. So we're gonna sit here and watch the sunset. We've toured the island today, Tammy.
Yep.
Had a lot of fun, saw a lot of different things. Did some shopping.
Had a couple of good meals.
Had an outstanding meal. First restaurant we went to was called The Goat, G-O-A-T. And that was lunch, and we had Angus burgers, and they were outstanding. And then this evening we went to the boardwalk on the upper deck, and I had a walleye platter, and Tammy had some mozzarella sticks. She was still
full from lunch.
Full from lunch. It's the first time I had walleye, and yeah, it's a little fishy. But if you don't eat the skin, you peel the meat off. It's pretty good. Not seafood like on the Gulf Coast, but hey, freshwater fish, let's put it that way. So anyway, we're gonna sit here a little bit and watch the sunset, get our use out of our golf cart, and then head back up to Ashley's Island Bed and Breakfast. Tomorrow morning we'll have breakfast there, included in the price, and we're going to then go down to the Maritime Museum, which is about 2 blocks down. See that, and then we'll grab a taxi, and the taxi was only $3 a person, and that takes you from with a ferry docks up to in town. So we'll grab a taxi and go back down to the ferry on the very south end of the island, and it'll take us back over to the mainland. So we should be headed back to our campground in Richmond, Indiana, sometime afternoon. So we'll get back in good time so we can rest up. Tammy's already tired out from all the walking we've done. So, you know, shop till you drop type of a thing. So,
We've been up since 5 and we didn't get our nap today.
oh, please. Oh, well. I think we're going to get a spectacular sunset here, so we'll bring you back in when that starts to happen. I'm using the tree to block the sun so we can see the sunset. It's getting really pretty out there. Oh boy, the sky's just gonna light up with a golden color. Pretty clear out too. There you go, sunset on South Bass Island. It's going down pretty quick. It's really beautiful out here. The lake is calm. A boat went by a while ago, so there's a little bit of a wave, but a really pretty sunset.
almost gone. So Tammy and I are going to head back to the B&B. Let me sit out on the porch a little bit, get a good night's rest, and start the process all over tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Well, Ham and I are aboard the ferry again. We've had a great time at Put Bay, South Bass Island. So we're headed back to the mainland. We'll pick up the truck and then head back to Richmond, Indiana. So we had a great time, had a lot of fun, but now we're going to be heading back. So I hope you all enjoyed this and come along with us on our next adventure. Until then, have a good life, go out and make a lot of memories. Goodbye.